Hi everyone, this is your host and your coach, Dr. Mary Ayers. And today we're going to be talking about putting new programs in. I've been doing a series right now and running a teleclass called Smoothing the Road Ahead. And it really focuses on how we have a conscious mind, a subconscious mind, and how it's the subconscious mind, and it's within the subconscious mind that we hold our programs. Our programs dictate what we will see in the world. They stand between us and the world. We view how we see people and ourselves through those lenses built around our programs. I talked about this in my last radio show, so you can go back and get a better feel for how programs get downloaded into our subconscious over the first 6 years. A lot of this information is out there. People understand it. They can read about it. They understand that we have programs. From our programs become our beliefs. And then after 6 years old, we're basically practicing and getting evidence of the programs that were downloaded. We didn't have a say-so in what got downloaded. We got them from family, friends, experiences, teachers, coaches. Those first 6 years of our life, we are just downloading. Now we are deliberately creating. We are wanting to have a life that is different beliefs. And in order to do that, we have to have a program from that. And we spend a lot of time understanding the programs we do have, where our limitations are, where the ceilings are for us. And we get that we need to have new beliefs. And many people, they do their incantations or their affirmations. And when they put themselves up on a regular practice, they will notice that that continual practice of an affirmation will make some changes. But tapping gives us such an advantage because it really helps us to incorporate new programs faster, and it does help us to discharge some of the old hurt pain that creates such a rigidity in our old beliefs that we have. And it helps ease the growing pains as our subconscious is taking on a new belief. And my real passion has been able to help people recognize that when we are changing programs that we need to have in order to create the life that we want, is that there's a biochemical change in the body with these programs. It's not just a mental process. So it's sometimes making these changes, we can really feel the upset in our body. Our nervous, we can be more nervous. We can have more doubt. It's almost as if our old programs stand up and get louder. They push back against us. And we feel that, and it's one of the reasons people often wonder why they're self-sabotaging. It's really that pushing back of the old program. Everything wants to maintain a homeostasis, which is that it wants to stay within the program. So here we are making a change. And one of the things we need to have when we're making this change is we have to create a new place for us to put in a new program, right? We need a program we don't have. How do you get it? Well, you have to have a place for it to go. In order to do that, think about it on your computer. You have to have a new file. You open up a new file. And then we will practice. We gain evidence. This is how you support the file. And in doing that, you embed that new program into your subconscious. And then we work that program more and more until it becomes the most natural thing for us to start acting, believing, behaving out of that new program. But it is a very deliberate creation that we are doing. We're engaged in. It's not a one-time deal. It's not a one-time tapping. It is something that we are deliberately practicing. So I think a program that I think is a healthy one for everybody to have, and one that a lot of us miss out on, whether it's about worthiness or deservingness, is a program that says, I matter. And it's simply that. It's just a sense of I matter, a belief about ourselves that I'm important, I'm significant, I'm lovable, I'm valuable, I'm worthy. I can encompass all of that in those words, I matter. Now, it may be different for you, but this is a program that I want to help you install if it feels right for you, the idea of I matter. So the first thing I want you to do is feel whether or not you have a receptivity to that. How does it feel? So say the words I matter, and then feel it. How true does it feel for you? Scale of 0 to 10. 10 being, yes, I know that. That's just part of my program. I can feel it. I matter. Feel where you are, 0 to 10, where you fall on that scale. Now, don't be surprised if you find out that you're only a 1 or a 2, 4 or 5. It's not about what number you are. It's just an indication for you of where you are in having that program for I matter. So we're going to strengthen this belief around I matter. And we're going to do that by tapping, because if you're low on it, means that your programs, the part of you, the matcher in you, which is what I call the subconscious part of you, is saying, you're saying something that I don't have a program for. I matter doesn't fit anywhere for me. So I'm not sure what to do with it. So I may somehow just conveniently lose it or not remember it, or I'll forget about it. And it's really just because your subconscious doesn't have a place to put it. It doesn't have a folder for it. It doesn't have a program for it. So we want to develop one for it so that it can start to gain evidence and practice that. The way we're going to do that is with tapping. And as a matter of fact, your past history may be what I learned in my family is I don't matter, that I'm not important. I'm not to be considered. For right now, we're going to say that for whatever reason, you might have a program that says, no, I don't matter. I'm not important. If that feels true to you and it feels high, we're going to start there, because you have a program already, and editing it when it's strong like that, when the believability about it is really strong, it's not going to be open to accepting any changes. So the first thing we're going to do is take our tapping to open up and soften a space within the current belief system so that we can introduce a new idea. Here's how we do it. So we're going to go to the karate chop and start with, even though I don't believe I matter, that I'm important, I could be willing to accept myself where I am right now. Even though I was invisible, no one considered my needs, I didn't matter. I'm going to acknowledge myself now anyway. Even though I didn't get what I needed growing up. And I believed I didn't matter. Maybe it could be okay to start to matter a little bit now. So we're going to go to the eyebrow. I don't matter. Side of the eye. I wasn't seen. Under the eye. I wasn't important. Under the nose. What I wanted wasn't important. On the chin. I just didn't matter. Collarbone. For whatever reason. Under the arm, I didn't matter. Top of the head, I didn't matter to them. Back at the eyebrow, they didn't see me. Side of the eye, or hear me. Under the eye, I wasn't noticed. Under the nose, it was like I wasn't there. Chin, I don't matter. Collarbone, up till now, that was the way it was. Under the arm, and even though I didn't matter then. Top of the head, I could be willing to play with the idea that I could matter a little bit now. Eyebrow. Could it be possible for me to matter a little bit now? Side of the eye. Could I start to matter a little bit? Under the eye. Could I play with the idea of mattering a little bit? Under the nose. What if I could? Chin. What if I did? Collarbone. What if I was starting already? Under the arm. To play with mattering a little bit. Top of the head. Maybe I could matter a little bit. Back at the eyebrow. What would that be like? Side of the eye. To matter a little bit now. Under the eye. How would it feel? Under the nose. I'm ready to matter a little bit. On the chin. I could have so much fun mattering a little bit. Collarbone. I'm really liking this idea of mattering a little bit. Under the arm. What if I do matter a little bit? Top of the head. I get to matter a little bit. Take a breath. So how do the words feel to you? I matter a little bit. I'm going to play with mattering a little bit. I'm going to experiment with mattering a little bit. I'm going to get curious about mattering a little bit. How does it feel? Can you feel an opening? Can you feel the possibility of it? That's you creating a folder for that program. You've now opened up a space for you to play with this idea and hold on to it. The subconscious is giving you that little bit of room to open to the idea of expanding your identity, to contemplate and play with, to practice and gather evidence that supports this new belief. Every new belief must be practiced and it must gather evidence. That's how the subconscious learns. Now that you've opened up a file for it, now you have a place to put experiences. Now you have a place to put things that happen to you and for you under that heading of I matter. Now you're starting to develop a lens that you're going to put between you and the world, because that's what the subconscious does. This one's now going to start to gain evidence that says, well, if I'm mattering, these are the things I would start to see. I would notice these kinds of things. This is how you set up your programs in your subconscious mind to be able to accept things in. It has to have a place to go. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's I have money or my body's healthy or I'm lovable. You have to have a place for that material to go, and being able to open that up in your subconscious so you can start to collect evidence is what that missing piece has been. And notice we did it. We just opened up that space, provided a place by tapping to be able to get that acceptance from the subconscious. Now, it still does, of course, mean that you have to practice it. I could beat this like a dead horse. Practice and gain evidence, practice and gain evidence. But that's important, and that's what you get to do. But now you're ready, so your efforts will pay off. That's the beauty of it. So, I'm excited for you. I think that knowing I matter as a fundamental program has so much value. It has so much power. It will impact the way you see yourself, what you attract, what you allow yourself to accept, the people, the love, the richness, everything. I think it's just such a simple program, and you're already on your way to incorporate that right into your lives. If you weren't able to join me in the Smoothing the Road Ahead workshop that we are running right now, the teleclass we're running right now, I hope you keep your mind open, and I hope you can take advantage of it the next time I run it. It's a powerful program. It certainly makes a big difference for all of my one-on-one clients who get the opportunity to work deeper by going through the program. And then, of course, within our coaching, we're able to really dive deep and get some of these programs going and establish them. So if you're interested, you find yourself interested in working with somebody, please feel free to contact me at mary@tapintooaction.com. We'll set up a time for a consultation, and we'll get you putting some of those great programs into your mind so that you are setting yourself up to have the life that you know you want and to become that deliberate creator. So until next time, this is Dr. Mary Ayers. Stay brilliant.